The Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Jack Stash from Fantasy Farm Sports. We've got the OldGamerGK. We both make up the Every Point Sports Podcast. It's week 13. How lucky are you feeling, Greg?
I'm feeling very lucky. Last week, did very, very well last week. We'll touch base on that. Doing well in college. Let me just preference everybody this week. Listen, I was undefeated last week. Every game I picked, every single game. I'll show you guys in a minute. But I am 0-4 this week in the NFL. 0-4 right now. So all the games I believe Jack and I were pretty much on the same page since we didn't do very well the last 4 games. But come on, guys. They should have won. Like the Chiefs should have won. The Eagles should have won. Detroit should have won that game. What was the other one? Bengals, Ravens. Ravens should have won that game. 5 turnovers. Like, you know,
What do they all have in common before we get forward? Before we go forward with this whole venture today, what do all of those teams have in common?
They were favorites. All of them were favorites.
All of those teams were favorites. Every single favorite. Every single favorite that they put on paper, let's not say they were, but every single favorite that they put on paper so far this week has gone down.
Yeah.
Does the trend continue, or do the favorites start hitting back? That's what we're going to argue today.
Absolutely. I do want to give a shout out to my Crimson Tide, my Roll Tide. We won last night, Iron Bowl. Been going on, I think, since... I think I said 1896, but I think it's 1892 it was going on since.
Oh,
so, I mean, it's a long time, long rival. Bama fans joke. They say, you could lose. The coach could lose every single game throughout the year. As long as they win the Iron Bowl, they'll always have a job at Alabama.
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. Just talk about those two teams, Alabama and Auburn. I said to my buddy, I said, what like major athlete, like freak athlete, has Alabama like laid their head on as far as the NFL goes historically? And nobody really knows Joe Namath went there.
Joe Namath, yeah,
but nobody really knows Joe went there. They think he went to like Connecticut or some New Hampshire school. They really do. Most people, when you ask them, it's crazy. I actually have people tell me Penn State. It's not true. He went to Alabama. But like Devonta Smith is still in the league, Alabama. But I think Alabama, out of all the athletes they put in the NFL, there's a load of them.
Yeah, Julio Jones, Mark Ingram. I mean, Gibbs. I mean, I don't. Sean Alexander. Everybody forgets him at running back for Seattle. I mean, the guy was phenomenal. I
think the one that you're going to hang your hat on, those are all great ones. But I think the one you're going to hang your hat on as like the most out of all of them. Remember, they used to have that. It's like a beachy term, most or least. You're the least. The most would be probably, to me, it's going to be Derrick Henry when it's all over. I think he's going to be the crown jewel to where Derrick Henry is going to end up he could end up a top 5 running back of all time. And that's going to be like, because Auburn has 2 guys. We know this. Auburn hangs their hat on Bo Jackson and Cam Newton. End of story.
Oh, yeah. And Barkley, too. I mean, if you want to be all around, Barkley, too.
Barkley.
Yeah, he went to Auburn.
Who did?
Charles Barkley. Charles.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Charles.
Yeah. I was just thinking of football.
I'm just talking, you said athlete, so I'm just talking in general, like athlete. That's kind of who they, you're right. Those 2 players, but you throw his name in there. And
like Cam Newton was the first quarterback in the NFL.
I don't even care about Cam Newton.
No, that's fine. He was the first quarterback in the NFL to where you were like, maybe the linebacker should get down.
Yeah.
That was a real thought. It was like, oh, well, he should get, maybe the linebacker should start P and Qing it a little bit, because Cam is trucking people, right? You have Cam Newton, and obviously Bo Jackson, very famous for, multi-sport athlete, and what he could have been had he had gone longer. He didn't, but he was literally a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
3-4 years. Bo was fantastic, both for the Kansas City Royals.
Like unreal. Too. Like people that say, "Oh, he didn't play long enough to really make his stamp on the NFL." Listen, the time he did play, like there wasn't a better athlete in the NFL.
No. I mean, there was I think real quickly to I was watching his 30 for 30. Bo knows, right? And the guy, there was an old gentleman, 89, I think was the guy's age, 89, and he was conducting an interview with the Kansas City Royals. So it was Royals management, a couple other guys, and there was this interview going on. They drafted Bo Jackson. And in the middle of the interview, the guy hears something. And he thinks it's a crack of lightning. This is how he recounts it. He thinks it's a crack of lightning. He turns around and he goes, Jesus, what the hell was that? It was Bo Jackson taking batting practice in the suit he was drafted in. He hit the ball over the crown jewel of the Royal. He hit it over them. And the guy the interviewer goes, wow, that must have been quite a hit. He goes, I haven't heard a sound like that since Babe Ruth.
Wow.
I haven't heard a sound like that. He thought it was a storm coming in. Little did he know a storm was about to arrive in Bo Jackson.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my place here.
No, you're good.
My two athletes out of Alabama differs from you. Listen, I love Derrick Henry too. I absolutely like it. It's hard not to say he is. But my two would be Julio Jones and Derek Thomas from the Chiefs, linebacker. Guy still holds the record for 7 sacks in a game. Anybody that watched football in the later 90s or later 80s into the 90s, you know who Derek Thomas is. He was a nightmare for offenses for the Chiefs.
I didn't know Derek Thomas went to Alabama. How about that?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know. And I hope
there's some great players that came out of Alabama, really. So it's really hard to really sit there and break it down because Jack and I was really thinking more offensive. Like they're known for their defense. Like there's some studs that came out of there on defense. So
there are. I just kind of what I'm thinking of is is when the record books end. I just think that obviously you're never going to be able to look away from the personality and the player of Cam Newton. Same with Bo Jackson. Obviously, those runs, his highlights live in infamy, right? And I think, when you think about, I know Devonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy, all that other. I just think Derrick Henry's going to live super high up there.
Oh, absolutely. I agree 100%. 100%. Can't disagree. Real quick, guys, I just want to share my bets here. What's that?
Bragging time, baby. I love
bragging time. Bragging time, guys. Let me turn the audio off on that.
Bragging
share
time.
That right here.
All the picks. Here they come.
All right, guys. You probably have to blow your screen up a little bit, but you guys could look down at the bottom here. Just so you guys know, it is. I put all these in on the 23rd. So you could even see down here, I killed it on college the day before too.
I wonder when they'll start letting us bet on high school.
Okay, we'll start right here. Cowboys Raiders. I told you guys that was that was the previous week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 23rd. Sorry, guys. Okay, we'll start right here. First, my first parlay was Chiefs, Jacksonville, Green Bay, Bears. Won on that. Again, guys, these I'm only doing like $5 bets. Imagine if I would have bumped them up to $10, $20 bets. Next parlay, 5-team parlay. Hit that. Lions, Patriots, Seattle, Ravens, Green Bay. Next one, I took the Chiefs over the Colts straight up. I took the Bears over the Steelers straight up. I took the Lions over the Giants straight up. Took the Jags over the Cardinals straight up. Did another parlay. Detroit, New England, Seattle, Baltimore. Took the Falcons straight up. Took the Dallas straight up. If you guys remember, that was Jack and I's upset of the week right there. Took Cleveland straight up. Took another parlay with Jacksonville, Atlanta. Took the Rams straight up. And we finished it out with the the Rams and 49ers on a parlay. Now, I did lose a bet. All right, so I don't want to say I went undefeated bet-wise, but I picked every team right. I did the 49ers and the over. We all know what happened. It was the 49ers and the under. So, but as far as picking teams, I picked, if you go through, that is every single game last week, and I picked them right. And you can see I also finished up with Portland State on the money line for college basketball.
One of my biggest losses. I have a win and a loss to confess to last week. I won on the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
And I also took the Buccaneers getting 18.5. That's my loss. That's a god, but let's tell the truth. That's a good bet.
Oh, absolutely.
They were down 14-0. I expected certain things. They were driving, to be quite honest, Mayfield doesn't have a wide receiver that could catch the ball and get open. And so, he reverted to kill the man with the ball. And, sometimes the man dies with the ball. Like that, it's named that because sometimes the pile becomes too much and they just cart the man off and they keep the ball and they find another man to kill. And unfortunately, I had to live with watching Teddy Bridgewater for 3 quarters, and that is the worst kind of lifestyle you want to live. It's not, being high in an alleyway in Istanbul. It's watching Teddy Bridgewater lose your 18.5 with every pass he makes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Listen, done bragging. It's on to the games now.
All right, let's go.
All right. Next, first on the docket, we got the Rams at Carolina Panthers. Rams are giving 10 points. Over-under is 44.5. Rams money line, -575. Carolina is plus 425. I mean, this is pretty much a no-brainer. Rams all day. Carolina has 3 linebackers still out. I don't know if Horn is playing right now. I don't know if he's out with that injury or not. Carolina, as much credit as we want to give them, they're not quite there yet. They're just not. Big mistake from them is they're not running the ball enough. Dow is killing it when they are running the ball. I think they are 6-1 when they rush the ball more than 15 times. But again, they're playing against the Rams defense, one of the best defenses in the league, one of the youngest in the league. Stafford and Devontae Adams just are on, like, I don't know, this psychic tear where, like, they just know what each other is going to do. I'm taking the Rams all day on this.
If you want money line, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I like Carolina getting 10 at home.
Okay.
The Rams are on a tear. They are. They're traveling to Carolina. Carolina plays better in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are, there's definitely Ted McMillan's a mismatch for the Rams defense. The Rams defense, yes, they're great up front. On the out in the corner, they're fine. They're fine. They're getting
solid.
They saw 3 quarters of Teddy Bridgewater. Before that, they were fine. Mayfield had 50-some yards passing. He was moving the ball pretty easily. Right? Tampa's line wasn't very good. And we know what happened with that game. But what I think the Rams would be bad against is the one thing I think Dave Canales likes to do a lot of. He loves throwing screen passes. Dude, brother, I sat there last game and I went, if his shoulder isn't good, call a screen pass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're up the field before the left tackle can move his left foot. What is going on here? That guy, the OC in Tampa couldn't see any of it. You couldn't get any screen passes done. You couldn't get a screen of the time. You couldn't get anything.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't trying enough of it. An aggressive defense needs to be slowed down by screen passes and draw misdirection runs, draw plays. You did none of it. And if you knew your guy was a lame duck, you could have done anything else. Anything else. Whatever you were doing, you should have spiked your headset, let somebody else pick it up, and run the plays. I think that Dave Canales is smarter than the offensive coordinator in Tampa right now. And I believe that him being at home, he'll look at a loss. He'll get a loss. It'll probably be between 7 and 3. I'll take Carolina getting 10.
Okay. All right. I'm taking the Rams. I'll take the points. I'll take the Rams straight up. I just have no respect for Carolina right now, especially with all the injuries on defense. I just think the Rams are far above anybody else right now in the NFL. Eagles, we gave the Eagles way too much credit the last 2 weeks. Just that they're in a little funk. We'll go over to we will not go over to Eagles game because they already played. But yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. For you Eagles fans, you guys are in trouble. You guys did not look good this week. You didn't look good last week. You didn't look good the week before. AJ Brown was really the only reason why you were even in the game this past week. They're in trouble.
Here's my biggest problem with the Eagles. Everyone wants to complain about their fans. The fans, they're jerks. That's fine. You could say that. But those fans have passion to win games. They want to win more than they want anything else on this planet, don't they?
Yeah. Listen, they were on the naughty list, throwing snowballs and batteries at Santa Claus. So,
Yeah, because Santa was wearing a different team uniform. That's how bad they want to win. Yeah. And if those players in Philly had half the passion the fans did, they wouldn't have lost the game this year. Mm-hmm. They walk through the game like they're half stoned. That's how they go through games. They go through games with no fight, no fear. If Dan Campbell was coaching the Philadelphia Eagles, they wouldn't have lost the game. Now, he's dumb and can't do math that goes on fourth down all the time, but they have a tush push that works for that.
Mm-hmm. The main problem, I think, is Hurts. I really do. As much credit as we want to give him for being an all-around good quarterback, he has deficiencies he can't do. And if you look at him this past week over on the sideline, he's just sitting there on the bench, no emotion on his face. Like, I'm not saying, listen, I want you to be mad or anything else. I want you to inspire your team to be better. That's part of being a good quarterback, inspiring your team. That's one knock I'll give on Tom Brady. Like, I'm putting part of this Brandon Ayuk situation on Brock Purdy, because he feels alienated from the team right now, going through all this rehab, not being able to be around anybody. And Brock didn't even invite him to his wedding. Like, invite him to your wedding. Like, make him feel little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's part of being a quarterback, is making your players around you, inspiring them, making them feel welcome, making them feel like part of a group, part of the team, right? Like, or am I just giving them too much credit for a quarterback?
Because you're going to ask them to do tough things sometimes, and when you do, you're going to have to pay them in other ways.
But the quarterbacks are making way more than anybody else on that team. What, 45 to 60 mil a year? For a good to a great quarterback.
Jalen Hurts doesn't throw great balls. Never has.
No, but he does throw a good deep ball.
He does. He trusts his guy Devonta Smith more than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And
because he played with them at Alabama.
Right. And I just believe that at the end of the day, there's going to be a decision that'll have to be made. Because to me, I don't think there's a big difference here between Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. When Kyler gets down, Kyler does not come back.
Mm-hmm.
He really doesn't. And he sits on the sideline and kind of he can't figure, like, once he loses his queen in a chess match, you might as well count the moves. Mm-hmm. It's over. He lost his best piece. He can't win with a combination of the others. He can't. He does not figure it out to come back into games. Once Dallas gained any you could say
21-0
about Dak Prescott. You could say whatever you want to say about Dak Prescott. Man, he was mad down 21-0.
Mm-hmm.
He was mad, and you were going to make sure that at least he threw for 350 yards and a couple touchdowns. You were going to go, well, Dak tried to come back. I don't think Jalen Hurts has that. It's unfortunate.
And if you looked at Dak on the sideline, he was walking up and down, talking to his receivers, talking to his offensive line. The only other time when he wasn't doing that is when his nose was in the pad, looking at the play, wondering what he did wrong or if he did a bad read. But any other time, he was there trying to inspire his team. Listen, guys, I am the biggest Dallas hater out there. I can't stand them. Stephen A. Smith is even low on the totem pole as far as hating the Cowboys to me. I cannot stand them. But I have to give them credit where credit's due. And listen, they played a hell of a game. I thought they were going to win anyways. But being down 21-0, I was like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong on this one. We'll chalk that up. Dude, they did not quit. Dak did his thing. Dak did his thing, and it looked good. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, just ridiculous together. Yeah. They're on a roll. They're getting healthy on defense. They traded Quentin Williams. He's a difference maker in the middle of that defense on that line. So yeah, things are looking good for him.
Like this Philly team, I just want everybody to understand this Philly team is as talented as Tom Brady's best Patriots team that was blowing teams out by 40. Mm-hmm. It's not even close.
I know.
That defense, when Tom Brady had Randy Moss, the spreads were set at 17. Mm-hmm. And he was beating those spreads by the second quarter. Think about that. Really think about that. This Eagles team is absolutely loaded with talent, and they're losing.
Yeah. My boss, he said that. He's like, "Oh, we're more talented. We're not going to lose." I'm sorry, talent isn't everything.
It is if you have an edge, and they don't have any edge.
Yeah, no. That's why I said talent isn't everything. You could have all the talent in the world if you don't have a coach that can put everything together. I mean, football is the ultimate chess piece. If you're missing one or two pieces that people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, you're not going to win.
I can name 15 quarterbacks right now that could be in that position, and they would be undefeated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Next, we got the Niners at Cleveland. Niners are giving 5.5. Over under is 35.5. Niners are at 250 money line. Browns are at plus 205 money line. Listen, we all know how the Browns defense is at home. They are a stud. This is already below a 1-score game. I know Shedeur Sanders. Everybody talks about what he did last week, this and that. The fact of the matter is they played the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. And we all know how their defense is. It's horrible. So on that fact of the matter, I'm going with the Niners. Not picking with my heart, picking with my head. The minus 250, there's still enough meat on the bones for me to take the money line, and I'm not really too scared of the 5.5.
I'll take the 49ers on the money line. I don't like the 5.5. The reason why I don't like the 5.5 is because we talk about, yes, the Raiders, right? He beat the Raiders, but the Niners starting defense is way better than the Raiders starting defense, right?
Even with all the injuries.
But they're playing with practice squad guys, a lot of them. I mean, with the 49ers defense is not a starting defense right now. And I do think that Shedeur Sanders is going to have some success. And if he has some success, by the way, a lot of bad weather in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Got to be snowy. Yep.
Snowy, ball bounces weird. I think this plays within 3. I think San Francisco wins. Mm-hmm. But I can't pretend like that defense is better than the Raiders at this point. They're not there. Their leaders, Warner's still out.
Oh yeah, he might be able to be back for the playoffs.
So I can't endorse San Francisco's defense as some world beater.
But they're still solid enough to handle Cleveland's offense, who's been pretty much nothing.
We talk about Buffalo too. We're like, Buffalo's defense is pretty good. Yeah, 4 years ago.
I never say Buffalo's defense is good this year.
But they're bad. And there's some defenses where we remember them being good. You can't lose 8 players and be good. Mm-hmm. Really?
No, listen, I'm not saying. I'm just saying they're solid. They could get some of the job done when they need to.
I think the smartest thing San Francisco could do today, what I would do if I was guarding against Shedeur Sanders, the thing that I would do is I would run a zone to man defense. Make him make the throws against man. Because when you blitz him, that's when he's good. Believe it or not. Off script, that dude can maneuver. And off script, he could find guys. When you make him pick apart a defense, he is not even close to being there. That's where Dylan Gabriel is a little bit better. But unfortunately, I could bring 7 guys at Dylan Gabriel, and he could just crawl in his 5'6.5" shell in a ball on the ground, and the game is over. Where Shedeur can shake some guys. If he just learns how to hit these little areas here, we can build there.
Myles Garrett, unreal. Sure, he's going to have a nice couple sacks today. What does he have? 14 in the last 6 games. Unreal. Guy's phenomenal. He's probably going to break the sack record this year, which I hope he does, because Strahan does not deserve it. So if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube, check it out. You'll be disgusted as much as I am about it. But anyways, Favre and Strahan. Oh, I hope they're lovers. But anyways,
I don't.
I like the Niners here. Again, Jack said bad weather. I'm sure there's going to be a couple turnovers by both teams. This is going to be a sloppy game. Sloppy game. If the over-under was even close to being like 38, 30, 40, I would probably take that. But it's sitting right now at 35.5, so I'm not touching that over-under. That's set pretty low already.
No, there's no reason to. Nope.
Yeah. Yep. All right, next. We got the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Texans are getting 3 points. Over-under is 45.5. Texans are at plus 142. Indy's at negative 170. Jack, you were talking about this game a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
you want to take this first?
Yeah, I would love to. So we're betting the old Colts, right? We're betting the old Indianapolis Colts right now, and by old I mean like week 4, week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this team is good. This team's firing on all. This team is ready to go. Daniel Jones this week thought he felt a little weird. His legs just felt a little weird, so he's, let me get this checked out. He's got a broken leg. It's a hairline fracture, but let's not pretend like it's, if you have a hairline fracture, let's start here, and you're going to play against Houston's defense, you might as well break your own damn leg before you take the field.
Yeah.
They were all over Josh Allen for 8 sacks, and let's not pretend like Indiana Jones is Buffalo Josh. He ain't.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't it. Right? So Josh has a little bit more wiggle. I know Daniel Jones can move a little bit, but if he needs to stop on a dime on whichever leg is broken, not just bothering him, what do you think is going to happen? Bang, dead.
Mm-hmm.
Dead. Now who's your backup? I couldn't even tell you. Is it Bailey Zappi? I have no idea who the backup is, but that Houston defense is not going to stop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they're relentless. Anderson's a stud. They have some on the back end. No, they're good. They're good all over on that defense. They're fast, aggressive. Their coach is a great defensive coordinator. Ryan, he was a coordinator for us, for the 49ers for a while. But yeah, DeMarco Ryan, he's a stud, actually former Bama player too, by the way.
Will Anderson and to me, Will Anderson and Micah Parsons are game wreckers. I know we love Myles Garrett's a great player. Yes. TJ Watt. But when I watch Will Anderson, he doesn't stop moving.
No, he was like that in college too for Alabama. He was unreal. He really was. I pray, I'm like, please, they can't stop him. Mm-hmm. They can't stop Indy's not going to stop him. It really, really stinks that Myles Garrett is stuck in Cleveland throughout his whole career, because I would really like to see him on a good team and seeing what he could really do when he has an offense behind him. Like, imagine a team where you're up by 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in the third quarter. How he could just pass rush the hell out of you then. Like, I would love to see it. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. He doesn't get near the credit he should because of the team he's on, and I think it's unfair. But you're right. I don't want to take anything against Will Anderson. The guy is one of the youngest, brightest defensive stars in the league right now. So, guy's phenomenal.
Myles Garrett had opportunities too, right? They had Nick Chubb, they had Mayfield, they had Landry. He could have talked up the offense, and when he was given opportunities at the podium, he failed.
Yeah.
He did
because he knows what Cleveland is.
No, but they had an offense, they had a team, and there were opportunities that he could have taken and failed. Will Anderson's like Davis Mills. Oh, you don't think Davis Mills can play? All right, well, they don't think Davis Mills can play. Like, he's like all over. He's like, you know what? I've got a little bit of trouble with Davis Mills, and you guys are going to find out. Whether you think so or not, he sells it, and it's believable.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good salesman too.
Well, I mean, he was the starting quarterback before CJ got there.
And we both know what kind of recruit he was out of Stanford before he.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he played very well for Stanford. Very well. That's why you got a starting nod for the Texans at some point. It's just he's a very, very good backup. He could put together 2-3 good starts for you if need be, but he's just not a starter. And that's fine. There's some people that just aren't.
I don't know. He could start Minnesota.
Right now, yeah. And actually,
no,
you're right. No, you're right.
Let's see.
You're right.
Hey, let's see. Hold on. Let's go a little bit further. He could start in Arizona. And by the way, he fits their culture. They have Gannon's a defensive-minded coach, and Davis Mills doesn't turn the ball over. And
let's face it. Brissett's not doing a bad job there.
He's not
under center.
No,
he's doing very well. They just can't win, not because of him.
But I just think it's a little interesting. We're like, yeah, he's not starting. It's like, well, wait a minute. There hasn't been money spent on him,
which is kind of crazy. How bad some of this quarterback play is in the NFL. That somebody like that would be better option than the starter. We said that about Winston. Like, how is it Jameis a starter somewhere in NFL?
Because they don't
tell me he's not better than Rattler or Shoe at the Saints.
I don't even know how to say his name.
I know my point exactly.
No, you're right though. But again, so what they try to do is they try to give you a contract, right? Or they give you a contract, and once you've played out that contract, if you don't have another contract down the road, or no one wants to raise their hand for you, you're a backup. That's it. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. Like, remember when they gave those tapes to Jamarcus Russell, and they proved that there was blank tapes, and he's like, oh yeah, he goes, I was seeing all the plays and they were blank tapes. That wasn't them trying to see if he was studying, like they sold that to you. That was them trying to get out of his contract and no one else ever having to give him one. That was what the Raiders did to Jamarcus Russell. Did he deserve it? Yes, but that's what they were doing. Never got a second contract, and they were able to get out of his first one. Because he lied about the information that they gave him that wasn't information at all. They blackmailed their own player. That's how bad it got. Let's move to our next game.
All right, next we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans. Jags are giving 6. Over under is 42.5. Jags are at negative 270 money line. Tennessee's at plus 220 money line. Tennessee hung in there last week, surprisingly. But listen, they're still Tennessee. Jacksonville's playing as much crap as Jack likes to talk on Jacksonville. They're playing good ball this year. They have a good record. They're winning. That defense is okay. Yeah, you.
When do I talk crap on Jacksonville?
Every time you can.
That's not true.
It is.
Let's get a little bit more specific.
We have tape.
Let's get more specific here. Trevor Lawrence is awful.
And okay, all right.
Well,
I don't think he's awful.
Liam Cohen's a great coach.
So
you know how I know he's a great coach?
Because he's from Tampa.
Because he's doing great with Austin. He's doing fantastic with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence finds ways to screw up games. Liam Cohen's he's an off season away from losing weight and becoming the starting quarterback. That's how crazy he is. And he really is. If he had, and the crazy part about it is that he knows. He knows. He had Mayfield last year, 40 touchdowns. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't throw 40 touchdowns or even close in the same style offense, he downgraded in quarterbacks.
Absolutely, but you're talking Mayfield's a top 5 quarterback in NFL.
I'm not. I know, but everyone
you can't compare the two. Like, I'm just saying, Lawrence is okay.
Lawrence is probably has just as good of an arm and probably better athletically. But I feel like he's dumb. There's no better word to speak of it, right? Cohen will give him the answers to the test. And he goes, just study a couple of them. And he comes in the next day and fails it. Or he doesn't throw to the back shoulder when he needs to not get the guy killed. He has all the tools and none of the brains.
They're winning, though.
They're winning, though, despite him.
They're winning.
I like Jacksonville.
I
like Liam Cohen. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to survive there long. And I do believe the power is now in the coach's hands. And if the power's in the coach's hands, he's going to get to send Trevor away. and pick a guy that he wants. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, just with the contract that Lawrence has. Too much dead cap space.
Oh, you could send Trevor Lawrence to Arizona and they'd be cheering for him.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's how much dead cap space you're going to absorb over the next 2 years. Like you're going to absorb a dead cap that pays for a quarterback. Like you just can't do that a lot of times. You just can't. That's why these contracts are handcuffed to the team. Now there is probably a point in the contract where they're able to get out, but I don't think it's this early into the contract.
Just Jamarcus Russell him. That's all you got to do, guys.
Yeah,
Send him some tapes. Make sure he doesn't rewind them properly. It's not going to work.
I think it is working. I think it's working a lot better with Cohen than it was anybody else. Again, they're winning. As much as you want to say, despite Lawrence still has to make the plays. He still has to score the touchdowns. They're not all rushing touchdowns. They're throwing the ball. So on that fact, I am taking Jacksonville. I'll take the 6 points. Tennessee, listen, they showed a little something last week, but I don't think it's sustainable. I think they just got a little lucky last week. So
I'll take Jacksonville because Tennessee doesn't have a coach.
Yeah.
Or a quarterback.
Nothing. They have nothing. They do have a defense, a little bit of a defense.
That's I get so I'm sorry. I don't want the backlash from Tennessee people. You fantastic country music. Now we can move on.
All right. And yeah, I mean, what you call it? Their Vanderbilt won last night. So there you guys go.
They have some things going on.
Their first 10-win season in school history.
Hey, that's awesome.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it? They showed a stat. They showed a stat up there on the screen. I was watching the game, and Tennessee has like 37 10-win seasons, and it showed a big zip for Vandy up until this year. They won, so of course now they have their first 10-win season.
And their ascension all started with that guy that can't coach football. Remember his name?
Yeah,
James Franklin. Can't coach.
Yeah. Another great stat on that game: first round picks. Tennessee had like 200 and something first round picks. Vandy had 4.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I just some stats guys out there I thought you guys would like. I got a kick out of it. I actually had to rewind it and pause it just to show Joy and our parents because they were over watching the games and stuff. So we decorated our tree yesterday and got that up and everything. So nice family time. All right. So Jack and I both like Jacksonville here. Jack says despite of Trevor Lawrence. So next,
I like everyone on the team, but
we got the Saints at the Miami Dolphins. Saints are getting 5.5. Over under is 42.5. Saints are at plus 205. Miami is at negative 250. Listen, this is in Miami. Actually, even if it was at the Saints, it really doesn't make a difference because it's a dome. But I like Miami here. They're down there. They can spread the ball around when they're in warm weather. They're playing a lot better ball than they were earlier. And it's the Saints. The Saints have been horrible all year.
All of a sudden, Miami's winning games. Yeah, let's go. Let's get this money.
Woo!
What's up, Chris? Brand new subscriber to Fantasy Farm Sports. Dude, Miami today, I love Miami. And I know people don't like Mike McDaniel, but I like Mike. I think he's a good coach with bad tools. I wouldn't ask you to fix a car with a fork and a knife. And that's what he's been given. An uninspired Tyreek Hill. Tua's had a tougher year. He's had to find new targets. Darren Waller's in and out of the lineup, but that defense has fought well for him. Right? The team has fought hard for him. And I think here's what I want to see for Miami. I want to see John Gruden get the general manager job. That's really what I want. I want John Gruden to get that GM job. Now you have a football guy because that's what John is. And you have a brain in McDaniels who went to Yale. So for all the people going, he's an idiot, should stop talking. Mouths should be duct taped, thrown in a closet. I don't endorse it all the time, but for these people, I need to. McDaniel's a smart guy. So if you get a football guy with a smart guy and you get them into a draft room together, you're going to get pieces that you need to build this team. And I think a lot of his philosophies actually fit with Gruden. He wants to run the ball. He wants to pound the ball. He wants to be tough. Now that Chris Greer is gone, maybe we'll draft in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Yeah, that guy, my God, he was awful. He did a few things right, but you can't give Tua a contract that he did not deserve. And you can't go, hey, Tyreek Hill, would you like $200 million for the next 10 years? You're still a cheetah, right? Right? Oh, no? Okay. Problems.
The first couple years with Tyreek was great for them.
They were, but you needed to sell him back to Kansas City when they were talking about the rumors this offseason. You needed to get some capital for him and trust that process. And it just drives me absolutely insane when you sit there and go, well, we have the guys. You don't. You don't. You have the coach.
Yeah, we talked about this, I think, last week, the week before, about getting somebody in there, keeping McDaniels, because he is a good he's a brain. He's a brain, but he's not a leader of men. He can't lead a team like that. He's too much of a player's coach, almost to the point where he's a player. I don't think the players really respect him that much. I think they think he's smart, but I don't think they respect him that much. And that's where you get somebody like Gruden that the players respect, that the players, it instills a little fear, a little be on your best behavior type thing with a player like Gruden around.
But he would work in the general manager facet, right?
Yes. Well, personality and in that situation, yes. Can he do the job? We would have to see. We would have to see. I would think he would. Him and McDaniels, I think, would work very well together. You made a great point. Put those two in a draft room together. It would probably come out very good. But again, we would have to see.
We're trying to build two things in Miami, right? We're trying to build excitement, which that would do, right? We're trying to build excitement and a product. Those
culture.
Fans deserve
culture
much better than what they have. And they don't have anything because the guy that you just fired's gone.
Listen, their culture right now is they're soft. That's their culture right now. They can't win in cold weather. I brought up a stat throughout earlier in the year, how they're like 0-something with under 50-degree weather or 55-degree weather. Like they can't win under 55 degrees.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. You could have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and pay them a lot of money and have less wins than Miami. That Zach Taylor should be gone.
Zach Taylor should be gone. And again, it's that ownership there in Cincy, and it's never going to change. It's never going to change. They don't want to spend the money on that side of the ball. They spent the money on that's why I said that side of the ball. They paid Burrow, they paid Chase, and they paid Higgins. Listen, the money that's left over, you need to put on that defense, and they're not. I mean, we've seen the torture that they put Henderson through.
By the way, Miami fans, just real quick, there is an outside backdoor way to the playoffs for your team. I'm just saying. And if they keep winning these cupcakes, and they're going to win this one today, all of a sudden, those people that spent money on those banners on airplanes that said fire McDaniel, boy, I'll tell you what, they should just give the money to us. Why not? We won't do stupid things with it. We'll relax. We'll watch the game. We'll invite our friends over. And if we don't like it, we'll yell at our TV. We're not going to spend money on an airplane and a banner to be wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Let's move on.
So we both like Miami here.
Yes.
Let's see here. Next on the docket is Atlanta Falcons at New York Jets. Atlanta's giving 3 points. Over under is 38.5. Atlanta is at -162. Jets are at +136. Jack brought up earlier how on the Northeast, bad weather. This is in New York, New Jersey. So they are going to see bad weather. We're experiencing snow right now. It's snowing at my house. So everybody knows in bad weather, what negates bad weather? A good running game.
It's true.
What does Atlanta have?
A good running game.
Correct. Listen, I know the Jets have played better ball, especially since Fields got hurt or benched, however you want to look at it. I'm just saying. They did look way better, though, once he was gone. Way better.
It's not a starting quarterback.
I'm still going with the Falcons here. Bad weather. I think this plays right into Atlanta's strong suit. Even when they pass the ball, it is they have big weapons. They have Pitts, they have Landon. Two big guys. Then you have Bijan Robinson running the ball, and I believe Kirk Cousins is still playing, right?
Yeah, where'd he go to college at again?
Yeah, in Michigan State.
Really?
And where else did he play? Where else did he play though?
He played in Minnesota. Well, Minnesota's indoors though. It's in
okay. Washington.
But he still had to play playing Minnesota. He still had to go to Soldier Field. He still had to go to Lambeau. And I don't know if Detroit had that inside stadium at the time. I think Minnesota was the first.
I think they did. They did. But again, and he played for Washington, who drafted him.
So let's not pretend like Kirk can't throw in that weather.
Exactly.
And if you're slower, because he's older, if you're slower and because you're older, what you guys think of a Puka TD? It's not a bad call. I just don't know if they'll need it. That's the thing, right? So they're playing Carolina. I don't know if they're going to need a Puka TD. They might get up early and then just try to run it. Just be careful with that. I appreciate the question.
If you really want my opinion, put it on Adams. Adams is going to get the TD. I said before, him and Stafford, they're on this psychic link right now that's unexplainable. You remember how Kelsey and Mahomes looked early? Yeah. You're like, wow, they're just on the same page. Like, how do they know? Like, Kelsey's not running that route that he's supposed to, and he ad-libs, but Mahomes finds him. Like, that's kind of how Stafford and Adams are right now. They're just on a whole nother level, receiving and quarterback wise right now. So my number one would be definitely Devontae Adams, a touchdown.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Seahawks to cover +12 at home.
We will get to that game. Just hold on a minute. We will get to that game. First, we got to finish up with. Well, we both like Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
3 points, shouldn't be discussed too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we got Arizona at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, this should be a very easy game too, right?
Yeah. I just look at the amount.
Listen, you're the Bucks fan / expert here, so you tell us.
Yeah, I don't think that Todd Bowles would have sat down Baker Mayfield if he couldn't play. Mm-hmm. Here's the other thing too. I'm not sure Baker's going to be able to play the whole game, but he does give them the best chance. My other thought here is that I think there's two game plans. Mm-hmm. If Baker gets hit, if there is a tinge, if there is a problem, there are another set of plays for Teddy. I don't think there was the other week.
Okay.
I think there's two game plans. Baker plays. Hopefully we can control the game enough and he can get us in and out of plays. If he can't, and we have to move on to Teddy, we've got 35 plays for Teddy with 7 different variations. I don't think Tampa loses to Arizona at home. I wouldn't play with the -3.5 because you don't need
4.5 on my end.
4.5. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more interesting. You could probably go ahead and rock that money line if you want, but I'll take Tampa Bay. They need sometimes you just need a win. Sometimes you just need a win. And by the way, all that tape that you saw last week against the Rams should be motivation enough for Todd Bowles to kick some ass on that defense. I love Brissett, but let's not pretend like he's not slower, and let's not pretend like he does not see people coming around that corner because he has no clue. And you'll get fumbles lost, and I believe that Mayfield will come. I think it's his over-under is 238.5 yards. I think he comes under that. I don't think he needs to throw a lot. I think it's going to be dump-offs, running, power game. I think Tampa Bay handles Arizona pretty easily.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. We spoke before saying that Arizona has played better ball with Brissett under center than Kyler Murray. It's still, they don't have enough there. It's still, I want to say it's still Arizona. Like we just said, it's still the Saints. It's still this team. Like I know we have a thought of certain teams, and sometimes we need to break away from that thought. But Arizona is not one of those teams. It's still Arizona. I like Tampa Bay here on the money line. I am not touching the points, 4.5. That's kind of weird for me. So I'm sticking with the money line on that. All right, on to the 4:00 games. All right, here we go. You and your plus 12.5. We got Minnesota at Seattle Seahawks. The Vikings are getting 12.5. Over under is 42.5. The Vikings are at plus 600. Seattle's at negative 900. They are starting a rookie quarterback. I forget what his name is. The Vikings is.
That's even worse.
JJ's. What's that?
That's even worse.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember what his name is. If Nick was watching, he would tell us. But JJ is hurt or benched, whatever you want to say.
Is he hurt?
Yeah, no.
So yeah, body.
Yeah, I like Seattle here. I mean, 12.5 is a lot. They still have a good defense. They still have a good running game. Do I think that rookie quarterback will make as many mistakes as JJ? I mean, they could equal. They could be the same. I mean, could you get worse than what JJ's been playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I like this number flipped. I like Seattle by 21.
Yeah,
they're in Seattle. We know how that defense hits. You're gonna blink your eyes and Seattle's gonna be up 17-0.
You got a rookie quarterback against that Seattle pass rush in Seattle.
I think Chris is right. It's a game where you look at it, you're like, man, I really want the points. That's good. You take the points. I'll sit at home. I'll drink my coffee. I'll eat my lunch and watch your points disappear with every Sam Darnold throw to Jackson Nick Smith-Njigba. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, and they have a solid run game there too. So
yeah, they got a lot going on, and Minnesota's got beautiful purple uniforms.
Listen, their defense is still solid. Their offensive line is all right. They have two. I mean, they still have Aaron Jones, and Mason's a decent backup. He's pretty good too. They have Jefferson. They have Addison. They have Nair, the other wide receiver. They still have Hawkinson. They have weapons. They just don't have a quarterback. They have a team. They just don't have a quarterback.
What about the?
You know, it's like the Niners back when we were really young and we had to play Chris Mullins at quarterback. It's like, yeah, we got a team, but we just don't have a quarterback. So, I mean, in that aspect, I am going with Seattle. I would like the 12 other than the 12.5, but I do see this being a blowout. Sorry, Nick. Next, we got.
What about the revenge?
What's that?
Sam Darnold against his old team? What about the revenge?
Yeah, I wasn't
Sam
even thinking
Darnold
that
versus
factor.
his old team. I know that we think of Mayfield in that factor, but like Darnold wasn't happy to get nothing.
Yeah.
Now your boy liked over me isn't even playing because he's hurt.
Yeah. Now look where you're at.
Look
where you were with me. Look where you are without me. Now watch.
I love that over too, by the way. I think Sam Darnold's going to try to run up the score. I just got a feeling. I love the over 41.
42.5. I mean, that's not much.
Yeah, I think Seattle scores that on their own.
I like that too. I mean, you could just take the Seattle and take the under or over.
Yeah, I love it.
Right there on a two parlay. Next we got the Bills at the Steelers. Buffalo's giving 3 points. Over under is 45.5. Buffalo's at negative 166 money line. Steelers are at plus 140 money line. Listen, Buffalo is playing a shell of themselves right now. Steelers defense is playing much better. We talked about that. As long as their defense could start doing something, that team should be pretty good. They have been doing something. Aaron Rodgers is back this week. But I think Buffalo's back is up against the wall. They need to win this game. No ifs and buts about it. I think they end up pulling this one out. I think it's Buffalo. I'll take the 3 points.
You think Buffalo wins?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess both of these teams aren't great.
No.
I want to stay away from this game. I'll say that. I don't want anything to do with it. If you take Buffalo on the money line, it's fine. But I don't really like where either team is.
Mm-hmm.
Both need to win.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo's trending Kansas City.
Yeah.
And that's not where you want to be. I don't think Buffalo's offensive line's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're not bad. They're terrible. They don't have. Here's the thing, man. Like, I love Josh Allen, but he doesn't have a wide receiver that can win.
No.
Okay, so no wide receiver that can win. Bad offensive line. I mean, what does Buffalo do?
And Josh Allen is holding the ball on to 1.5 seconds longer than last year.
The best wide receiver on the field is on Pittsburgh's side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, see, that doesn't bother me just for the fact that the weather's way worse up in Buffalo. So that doesn't bother me at all.
No, I don't. It's not that. I just you're away. You're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And I don't think that you have the best tools. Actually, I just talked myself into Pittsburgh. I'll take. Give me Pittsburgh getting 3.
All right, I'm taking Buffalo.
I can't. JJ Watt will be all over him all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I just think Buffalo makes more plays than the Steelers. I'm going with Buffalo. Jack is going with the Steelers.
No, I want them to, but like with who? Who are they going to make more plays with? I don't know who they have.
I mean, they have Cook, really good running back. Start running the ball more. They do run the ball very, very well when they commit to it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's just when you start writing down the 1-for-1s, you're just like, where? Like, I know that they're the Bills and I know what they've done in the past, but right now, it's really interesting that they were a lot better with Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
And so is Stephon Diggs' team now. A lot better. By the way, Stephon Diggs would be the leading receiver in Buffalo right now with his stats. Now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right now. What a fantastic move, Buffalo. Oh, we didn't like how loud he was. You need loud people.
Mm-hmm.
You need somebody that's loud. You got nothing. 0. You don't have one wide receiver that can win any matchups outside, inside, any side. When you had Diggs there, he could pick up 4 yards for you. He could run a cut route for you. If you had a bad offensive line, he knew it. You got nothing.
And let's face it, before the trade deadline, there was a couple of receivers out there they could have got.
You got big problems. That's all Buffalo has. Buffalo's got problems for miles, and I don't know how to solve them, to be quite honest. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, man, like you beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's down to Baker Mayfield and their practice squad. For real. That's who you beat. It's starting to get real difficult sticking my money on Buffalo every week.
Yeah, I'm taking them. Their backs are up against the wall. I just think that they will find a way to pull this one out. All right, next.
Couple minutes till we start it all.
Oh, next. Well, we got 3 games real quick. We got Raiders at Chargers.
Chargers
are giving 10 over under 45.5. Money line for the Chargers -575. Raiders plus 425.
I think the Raiders
not touching the points.
I think the Raiders offensive coordinator will know all the plays this week.
All right, we both like the Chargers on the money line here. Next, we got Denver at Washington. Denver's giving 6 points. Over unders 43.5. Broncos are at -290. Washington's at plus 235. Broncos are playing one of the best ball in the league. They're disgusting on defense. I got to take Denver until they prove me wrong.
I agree.
Oh, and Mariota's still playing, so Daniels is not.
I'm
like Denver?
Oh, yeah. There's no.
Okay. All right. And then for Monday Night Football, we got the Giants at the Patriots. Giants are plus 7.5. Over under 46.5. Money line plus 320. Patriots are at 410, -410. I like the Patriots on the money line and the over in this one.
I think you're dead on with the over.
Okay.
But that over number is a Giants number.
Yeah, but I just think they're going to score. I'm not touching that 7.5.
No. I'm saying that 7.5 is a Jackson Dart competing with and against Drake May. It's a different Giants team when Jackson Dart plays.
Oh, absolutely.
And I love Jameis Winston, but there's a little bit more juice in New York when Jackson Dart plays. I love the Giants to beat New England. This is my pick of the week. This is my pick of the week. This is my pick of the week. My pick of the week is I love the Giants to beat New England, and finally New England goes 10-3. Look, you run into games sometimes, and it's just not your. And you try to motivate, and you try to do this, you try to that. New England's been slowing how they've looked for weeks. They've been getting away, still playing well. You know the same old story. And I just think the Giants are going to come back inspired because their starting quarterback is back after that concussion. By the way, they were playing pretty well before the concussion. I love the Giants here. I'll be taking the Giants everywhere here.
Okay. All right. I like New England on the money line and the over here.
All right.
All right, guys. That is it. We got the game starting in another minute or two. On that note, we are out. Guys, listen, thank you. Appreciate the views on the Nick's Kurt collection. I put a lot of work in that video. We're over 1,000 views on that video. The Brandon Ayuk clip that I clipped out from our podcast last week, that got 371 views and a lot of comments, guys. So I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Keep subscribing. Keep watching our videos over on OldGamerGK, over on Fantasy Farm Sports. On that note, guys, have a great weekend, great week betting, and we'll see you back here next week.
Next week, baby. Like, subscribe. Don't.